It's late spring somewhere in what will eventually be called Yellowstone. You're in an open meadow with your siblings and you're playing a fun game of chase the butterfly when suddenly everyone scatters. You don't understand why until you look up and see a golden eagle diving straight at you at like 100 miles per hour. You sprint as fast as your tiny legs can carry you. But let's be real, you're 3 months old and weigh about 15 pounds. Your top speed is basically a light jog and it's gaining on you. Well shit. Let's rewind a few months. Your mom pops you out along with 5 other pups in a den she spent weeks digging. You're born blind, deaf, and weighing about a pound, basically a potato with fur. For the first 3 weeks, your entire world is complete darkness and milk. But even here, in what should be the safest place, you can still die. If your mom doesn't produce enough milk, some of your siblings won't make it. Talk about getting eliminated in the lobby. One of your brothers is already looking pretty rough, but hey, at least you're making progress, because around week 3, your eyes finally open, and honestly, you kind of wish they hadn't. Because the first thing you see is one of the adult wolves regurgitating half-digested elk meat directly in front of you. Bon appetit. But you're not complaining because you're finally eating solid food, and your body is screaming for protein. For the next few weeks, that's your life drinking milk, eating whatever the adults throw up, and gaining weight like it's your job, because it literally is. At about 8 weeks old, you and your siblings start venturing out of the den. The outside world is incredible trees, grass the sky, but it's also trying to murder you. Eagles circle overhead, looking for an easy snack, bears patrol the area, and even cougars see you as a happy meal with legs. Your survival strategy: stay close to the adults and hope your siblings get eaten first. You're not proud of it, but that's natural selection, baby. But staying safe means staying small, and staying small means you're at the bottom of the pack hierarchy. Every single mealtime is a fight. The alpha pair eats first, then the betas, then everyone else, and if there's anything left, maybe you get some scraps. You're literally last in line at the buffet, and by the time it's your turn, you're lucky if there's a rib bone with some gristle on it. You try to sneak in early one time, and an adult immediately snaps at you hard enough to send you rolling. Message received. For the next few months, your life is basically a training montage, except instead of Rocky music, it's you getting your ass kicked by your siblings. You're learning how to hunt by playing, which sounds cute until your brother bites your ear so hard it bleeds, and your sister tackles you into a thorn bush. But this isn't just fun and games, you're learning coordination strategy, and most importantly, how to work as a team. Because unlike most predators, you can't make it alone. Well, you could try, but spoiler alert, you'd die. By 6 months, you're starting to join the pack on hunts. Well, join is generous. You're mostly just trying not to screw things up and get in the way. The pack is targeting a herd of elk, and these things are massive, sometimes weighing 700 pounds with hooves that can crack your skull open like a piñata. Your job: stay in the back watch and learn. You see the adults test the herd, looking for the weak, the old, the injured. They're not being cruel, they're being efficient, because a healthy elk can outrun you, and one good kick can end your whole career. The pack finally isolates a calf and the chase begins. Your little legs are burning, trying to keep up, but the coordination is beautiful. Some wolves cut off escape routes, others take turns pressing the attack to save energy, and finally they bring it down. You're feeling pretty good about yourself until you get too close to the kill and an adult snaps at you so hard you nearly pee yourself. Right hierarchy: you wait your turn, which feels like forever, and by the time you get to eat, you're so hungry you could eat the hooves, and honestly you try. The next year is rough. You're now about 80 pounds, but you're stuck in this awkward teenage phase where you're too big to be cute, but not big enough to be respected. The worst part: you're starting to challenge the hierarchy and the betas aren't having it. One day, you make the mistake of trying to eat before your turn, and an older wolf immediately puts you in your place with a snarl and a bite that leaves you limping for a week. Cool, 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 definitely learned that lesson. But here's the thing that really sucks. You're starting to realize you might never get a high rank in this pack. The alpha pair are your parents, and they're not going anywhere. You're a beta wolf wolf, which means you're basically a glorified intern. The alphas are living their best lives while you're just another mouth to feed. At 2 years old, you have two options: stay as a subordinate forever, eat in last and getting bossed around, or leave and try to make it on your own. You leave. Life is finally looking up. Just kidding, you're now completely alone, and basically everything wants you dead. They call wolves like you dispersers, which sounds adventurous until you realize it means you're playing a team-based game solo. No backup, no pack, just you against a world designed to kill you. The first few weeks are absolute hell. You try to hunt elk on your own, but taking down a 700-pound animal solo is nearly impossible. You survive on scraps, dead fish, voles, the occasional rabbit, basically the wolf equivalent of eating ramen every day. You're losing weight fast, your ribs are showing, and every day you question whether leaving was the right call. Spoiler, it probably wasn't, but you're committed now. Then one night walking through a dense forest, you catch a scent. Another wolf, your heart races, threat or ally. You follow it and find a young female, also alone, also looking rough. She's a disperser too, kicked out for being born at the wrong time. You circle each other cautiously, but then something clicks. Neither of you attacks. Instead, you hunt together, and for the first time in weeks, you actually catch something. A deer. It's not huge, but it's yours. Over the next few months, you bond. You're not just surviving, you're building something. Other dispersers find you, a couple of young males, another female, and suddenly you've got yourself a pack, a discount pack, but it counts. You're a founding member, and that's gotta mean something, right? But now comes the hard part: territory. The land is already carved up by established packs, and none of them are happy to see you. You try to settle in a nice valley, marking it with scent and howls. Within days, a rival pack shows up. They outnumber you 7-4. The alpha male, massive, scarred, makes it clear: leave or die. You look at your ragtag misfits, then back at them, and make the smart choice: you run. After months of wandering through mountains and frozen tundra, you finally find unclaimed land, a remote valley with decent prey. It's not prime real estate, more like a fixer-upper, but it's yours. By next spring, your mate is pregnant. You're going to be a father, which is terrifying, because you barely know what you're doing. When the pups are born, everything changes. You're not just fighting for yourself anymore. Every hunt matters, every patrol matters. One day, a grizzly wanders too close to the den, and you just charge at a 600-pound murder machine and chase it off. Objectively stupid, but hey, dad instincts. Your pack grows over the next couple of years. By age 5, you're a respected beta. Life is good. You're strong, well-fed, you've got a family, you're living the wolf dream. Just kidding. That rival pack decides your territory is too valuable and launches a full invasion. 8 against 6, the fight is brutal, teeth tear into flesh, blood stains the snow. You lose a packmate and your shoulder gets wrecked. The rivals retreat, but they'll be back. This is your life now, constant warfare. The next few years are a grind. You defend territory, raise pups, climb ranks. By age 7, when your mate dies from a hunting injury, you become alpha. You've made it to the top, but here's what they don't tell you: being alpha sucks. Every decision falls on you: where to hunt, when to move, who stays, who goes. You face danger first and eat last. Your scarred, battered body is slowing down, but you can't show weakness, ever. At 10, you're ancient, your joints ache, your teeth are nubs, you can't keep up on hunts. Then one day, a younger male, your own son, challenges you. The fight happens on a snowy hillside. You both know how this ends. He's faster, stronger, hungrier. You fight anyway, but every blow lands harder than you can return. Finally, you submit, exposing your throat. You're no longer alpha, the pack doesn't exile you, you've earned too much respect, but you're moved to the edges. You eat last again, just like when you were a pup. Circle of life, except more depressing than that Lion King song. But you're not bitter. You look at your son leading the pack and feel something close to pride. He's doing well. One winter evening, as the pack howls in the distance, preparing for a hunt you're too weak to join, you lie down in the snow near a frozen creek. Your body is failing as you watch the sun set over the mountains, painting the sky orange and red. You think about everything you survived: the starvation, the fights, the victories, the losses, and for a moment, it doesn't seem so bad.